games, and how you feeling?
Feel good. I had a concussion versus Austin, or the week, preparing for Austin P, and then I just kept having headaches, leading up until last week. And Doc said that it wouldn't be very smart to come out during that week while I'm still having symptoms. So right now I've been, headache free for 6 days or 5 days, one or two. So feeling good, ready to get back out there.
How difficult, AJ, was it for you to sit on the sideline and watch the problems of your offensive line? Because with you and Shoots being hurt, all of a sudden you got a true freshman, and Larry said, kind of throwing him to the fire, but just being almost like from a coaching perspective to watch the offensive line struggle like it did last week.
It hurt me, personally, because I just kept thinking about every play, what I would have done on that play, and Monty did a good job, but he was thrown into the fire. Especially against a defense like SMU, I had a lot of guys, especially they're very big. They had a lot of size up front, and I definitely wanted to play that game. Austin P, I was a little okay with because Shoots was starting that game. Then he got hurt, and then Monty being thrown into the fire again. But I think we're definitely ready to get back on track this week.
How difficult is this right now for you guys, AJ, as players on this team? We talked with Larry yesterday, and he can give us his take, but he's not on the field.
Right.
He feels most of the pressure. But for you guys as players, how difficult has this stretch or season been, trying to find something good to focus on?
I mean, it's never fun losing. And these past, we got that win versus Austin P. That was kind of expected. When we come back into conference play versus SMU on homecoming, offensively we just did not play well, especially up front, and that it hurts. As much work as we put in, starting in the off season and just every day, and then coming out there and we perform like that, it definitely doesn't feel good.
You get another opportunity against the only team you guys beat last year.
Mm-hmm.
But offensively, when you look at their offense, they're a team that they're in the top 20 in offense. The best thing for you guys on offense to do is to control the ball. Everybody's still waiting for that game where you put it all together, sustain drives, score points. Is that the focus this week? Is let's just stay on the field. Let's keep our defense on the sideline.
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, defense, they did a pretty good job, really, as long as they were on the field, especially against that offense. But right now, everyone on the offense is really frustrated. This week we were really focusing on details to having this thing come together, to put up these points, sustain these drives, these long drives, so that we can score and give the defense a breather when they need it.
What have you seen from MTSU? I know it's only been a day or so, but what do they do defensively that you guys can attack, or that worries you about their strength on that side of the ball?
Well, I mean, it's kind of like any defensive front,
right,
that we've kind of gone up to, but
Well, Coach said they lost a lot of guys on that side of the ball. They return a lot of guys experience in the secondary,
yeah,
but in the front seven, they're young.
Yeah, and so we're going to come after them. I mean, it's not going to change the way we're trying to attack these teams, but we have to execute better, that's for sure. And so coming in the Middle Tennessee week, especially coming off last week, we know that that's what our plan is. We have to attack, and we have to put points on the board and help the defense out. So.
I mean, how tough has it been for Taylor to kind of try to get acclimated to college ball and just have a tough go with the injuries you guys have had with Rhodes out, with Rucker out, and with you being out?
Well, it's never easy for a freshman, regardless of where he's playing at, to come in and especially go up against a defense like that in his fourth game. I know they definitely had a lot of guys and a lot of experience on the SMU defense, and so, but with injuries, with Ruck out and with JR, I think some of the underclassmen have stepped up a little bit. I know Billy Foster has definitely stepped up. Senior, he's doing great for us. But Kevin Wright did well last game. But we got to get it to come together as an offense as a whole. And Ruck's going to be out for a little bit, but I think the receivers have stepped up. But yeah, putting Taylor in that kind of situation, and offensive line, we did not do very good last game, and so he was pressured a lot. So definitely coming into this week again, offensive line perspective is we need to give him more time to throw the football, and we need to establish a run, definitely. So he's not put into pressure situations in third and longs.
A lot of people, AJ, from the outside would look in that don't know sports or not at your level anyway would say, how are these guys just not throwing up their hands and say, quit? But that you guys have never done that, no matter even directly post game after. What does it say about this team that you guys continue to realize that we're going to continue to fight?
Oh, we're going to fight through the adversity, and we're going to keep fighting. Coach Porter preaches that every day, so does every other coach. And we're going to fight, and we're going to scrap up to find some way to win at some point or another. The sooner the better, obviously, but we definitely need to keep fighting and keep our focus, and not let the outside media, the bad outside media, affect the way we perform.